This time on Highway Thru Hell,
Go, get out of there.
an ice storm
Brought our town to a standstill.
has Ken
Boy, you're close here.
in a struggle
We're right on the edge.
to save Mission.
Oh,
A delicate job
Nothing, no weight there.
tests Jamie.
Oh,
Then an unexpected turn
pull it.
tilts the recovery towards disaster.
Oh, that was a little slick. Everything's all froze up, iced up.
In British Columbia's Fraser Valley,
Looks pretty spooky, eh?
the worst ice storm in decades has crippled communities west of Hope.
Just had a bunch of ice blow off the overhead sign there.
Damn.
For the fourth straight night, accidents
What a disaster.
and power outages have crews working around the clock.
We've got trees down, a lot of power lines down. It's real havoc, really.
Yeah, if you guys in Kilowatt can hear us, there's no power.
Many poles down from trees hitting them, wires down from branches falling on them.
Power's out here though.
It's amazing.
Mission Towing's Ken DePerrin has been working non-stop
Look at the tree down here.
since the storm first hit.
Like, look at the mess. Wow. There's a pole down.
With 160,000 people in the dark,
Wherever you look, there's power trucks.
hydro crews brave the dangerous conditions to get power back on.
Never seen so many hydro crews here.
Couldn't make it to a count of 10 without hearing a crackle of a branch or a tree going over.
They've brought in power companies from all over BC, try and get the town back into shape and get it restored.
Ken's also concerned about his own operators.
That just broke off about an hour ago. Go, get out of there.
On the Highway Thru Hell, closure is not an option.
Hopefully it gets dangerous, man. This is crazy.
In Mission, BC,
Wow, that's what I'm talking about.
an ice storm is causing mayhem.
We've got trees breaking, we got wires dropping all over the place.
Crews are battling the elements to get the power back on.
It's very dangerous.
These hydro guys are actually the heroes of the town. Been working around the clock.
But one repair truck has run into trouble.
We're gonna help get one of them back onto the road so we can get back to work.
It's a skating rink there.
There he is. See what we got. Pretty icy, pretty narrow driveway.
A hydro crew was heading to fix a downed line when their truck nearly slid off an icy back road.
You're having bad luck tonight, I hear.
Yeah, it started to slide.
Scared you. Let's go have a look at it.
It just started to slide more and more, so I called in the guys that can do this.
The operator hooked his own winch to a tree to keep his truck from sliding into a frozen pond.
Boy, you're close here. Let me just drop off here. Oh, wow. With the ice like this, you can slide this really quick. All it is ditch on both sides here. That's all it is.
His wheels are hanging right on the edge, and the driveway is solid ice.
Yeah, we definitely don't want it to slide over that bank. See, it's just a drop off right here. Straight down. We're in a touchy spot here. See, we're right on the edge. We're right on the edge.
To get the hydro truck to safety,
Stay close to here in case my line breaks. You gotta jump in and hit the brakes, okay?
Ken must winch it nearly 100 feet up the narrow road.
You have to really keep an eye on what you're doing.
Watch the ice.
You don't want that truck sliding.
Keep going, don't slip now. Good job.
If she does take off on you,
Okay, I'm gonna start pulling you.
you're not gonna stop it.
You ready? Watch it. Let your winch off a little bit. Okay, coming at ya.
The driver has to steer the truck as Ken winches it up the slope.
Whoop. No, you're gonna have to turn it to the right. Your front end is going down.
I'm getting the driver to turn the wheels slowly.
How's it looking up there? Okay. I just got to get her up here close to me. You might want to turn a little bit to the right. Just a bit. No, the other way, the other way, the other way, the other way. Yeah. Don't let that wheel drop, whatever you do. Keep going, right? We're just about there. There we go. Hold the rigs. Good. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
The $250,000 hydro truck
Good. I think he's good.
is safe,
For a moment there, yeah, the front end was going to slide on us.
and its crew
Well,
Well, thank you, Ken. Appreciate it.
thank you very much. We really appreciate what you've done for us.
can get back to work.
He's got lots of work booked up and he's got to carry on to his next job.
We don't have power here yet.
Got a little ways to go yet. And there's a lot of work to do.
Heading 250 miles north,
It's a semi. He's right off the road.
Jamie Davis leaves hope
This could be a real challenge.
for a job near Williams Lake, BC.
They've had this days and days of stormy weather, and the customer's been having a hard time getting a tow truck because everybody is so busy. He's given me a call, and we're going up there to give him a hand.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, sucks, eh?
The driver escaped unharmed. And miraculously,
Not much damage.
the fully loaded rig is in nearly perfect condition.
The edge caught the tractor trailer, and it just flopped over nice and gently in the snow.
Blinded by heavy snow, the driver lost the road, caught an edge, and toppled into a deep ditch.
It just went in and then flipped, right? It didn't drag all along the ground.
Jamie's cousin, Paris, and lead driver, Colin McLean,
He wasn't going fast.
are on scene to help scout the wreck.
I bet you he could almost drive this thing away.
Yeah.
Jamie's been asked to recover the tractor trailer
And we're not pulling it up a huge bank.
No, it's right here.
without offloading its cargo. heavy bales of recycled cardboard.
The only thing is, it's a dry van, though, not a reefer. So it's not as strong. It'd be a tough job. But it's not impossible.
My job is to save the customer money and not cause a worse mess than's already there.
I think we can do it. We can't look and see the load, though. But I'm gonna bet you that it's mostly at the front.
Yeah.
Is where it is.
I'm taking an educated risk here in the fact that I can pull this job off.
To bring the rig out undamaged, Jamie will need his biggest wreckers
Just airbag it up and flip it over.
Yeah.
and a special tool. His air cushion recovery system, the airbags.
Not many operators have air cushions. Basically, air cushions put you into your own league.
This is the critical time right now.
They're an expensive item. But when you need them,
Almost there.
it's gonna pay off.
Perfect.
If you can recover somebody's loss without making the loss greater, that's the big win here.
Hey there.
Hi there, how are you?
Jamie calls the customer.
There's very little damage to the truck or the trailer, so I think that's the perfect job to put the air cushions under.
Okay.
Now I'll get everything organized, and then probably we'll do the lift in the morning.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right.
Thanks.
It's my reputation. I've told the customer I can lift this trailer up fully loaded, and I'm gonna do it.
Need to put some air to it.
In hope, Jamie's going to need his most powerful wrecker for the job.
I know you've had enough for the day, Paris, but we got a service to do.
Yeah, I know.
So the race is on to get Mighty Mo ready.
Paris is gonna give me a hand, and we're gonna do a little extra tonight to try to get this truck on the road.
1 week ago,
18 speed, 600 horsepower, and double lockers.
Jamie sold the last modern heavy wrecker in his fleet, HR 116.
For me, this is all about financial stability.
Now, Jamie's restored Holmes 850
Okay. Fire it up.
Fire the hole.
is the mightiest wrecker he has.
Okay, stop. Try it again, please.
Ready? Go.
But something's wrong.
This ain't working, man.
Oh, it's just loaded full of stuff, James.
Is it?
Loaded.
Yeah, see, this is what the problem is.
Look at the bottom.
Oh, this is why Mighty Mo isn't starting.
Yeah.
Jamie discovers the issue.
Look at it, it's got lots of water. I don't know.
A fuel filter for the vintage truck needs to be replaced.
Look at that. Lots of dirt in there.
Mighty Mo is our main big machine.
Nothing till Monday?
It can't be down. And this is when I need it the most.
They don't have anything either, Jamie.
Oh my God.
We're screwed.
Ah! Yeah, see, this is what the problem is. Oh, this is why Mighty Mo isn't starting.
In hope, Jamie's top truck, Mighty Mo, needs a new part.
They got nothing.
Oh my God.
The night before a major recovery.
Ah! Unbelievable.
Early next morning, Jamie gets more bad news.
The parts run won't be here till this afternoon late. So that really puts us out of commission.
He has to decide if he'll delay the job or attempt it without his 40-ton Holmes wrecker. Last winter,
I'll pull the front end up. The Python will just pull more straight up.
Jamie pulled off a recovery with some old school wreckers,
And now suck this winch line in.
less powerful than the mow.
Keep pulling. There we go.
Well, they're hooked onto it, moving.
The boss makes his decision.
I would love to have Mighty Mo on this job, but it's broke down, so we'll have to just make do with what we have.
All we got is the Python and Collins 30-ton. I can see that these two trucks are going to be worked to their max.
We're a little bit shy on horsepower here, like we could use one more big truck, but we're gonna give her a go.
We'll just have to do our best.
I'm gonna trust Jamie on this one. Hopefully we can get the job done.
Very slippery in places, guys.
In the Fraser Valley,
Dicey all the way across.
the town of Mission continues to clean up from the ice storm.
There's crews out there doing the power lines,
Sure don't envy those guys today.
trying to open the roads back up. It's been a real mess.
It's been chaos.
Mission going on here.
At the Mission Yard,
Ice, ice, ice everywhere.
Ken DePerrin arrives
Wow, look at how thick that ice is.
to a frozen fleet.
Get going down the road and the ice starts falling off. It's very dangerous. You just can't drive it down the road like that.
Unbelievable.
Ice, ice, ice.
Even Ken's dad, 87-year-old Wally, chips in.
Tough job, but somebody's got to do it.
My dad, he's the first one there in the morning and usually last one at night to close up.
Did you like this ice storm?
No, I certainly didn't.
I gotta go do a call.
Full of ice. Watch the corners.
Ken's dispatched to a job on the edge of town.
A 1-ton cube van broke down on a hill, run out of gas. Wow, look at that. All you can see is ice.
But getting there,
It's amazing the damage done, isn't it?
There's a bunch of debris in the school lane.
This is gonna take weeks to clean up.
is full of obstacles.
There's big trees that have come down. It's everywhere. Look at them, all broke down here. What a mess.
Yeah, it was a real mess along there. There's debris all over.
10 minutes into the drive,
What is that? And there, right across the road. I come across a power wire. Wires are hanging real low. Very bad situation. Top one's power.
Was it snowing up there, driver?
4 hours north of Hope,
The roads are clear going all the way.
Jamie and his crew close in on the airbag job.
We've got everybody together this morning. You can't just come out with one truck and do this kind of job. Here we are.
Jamie's airbag system is quickly deployed. to help lift the semi and its heavy cargo back onto its wheels.
Woo! They're not light.
But even with airbags, the heavy rescue is still a gamble.
Recovery is not a perfect science. There is risk. Something could go wrong.
Let's start digging.
What's it look like under there?
This looks all right. We need to dig out enough so we can slide a bag in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, loads of fun.
The biggest mystery
Just by looking at this, you can see how the wall's moving. Nothing, no weight there.
is the exact position of the freight inside the trailer.
We haven't opened up the trailer because we still want to keep the integrity and the structure. You open up the back doors, there's a good chance that you just won't have that stability.
The only option is to try to feel the trailer out.
I'm seeing 3 major places where there's weight here.
We could sort of tell where the load is by banging on the trailer.
Nothing.
You can bang on the metal and you can hear if it's a hollow sound or if it's got something up against it.
You don't want to put pressure on where there's no load. You got to put the bag where the load is. Right here, this is where we want to put the first bags, right in here.
It's up to Jamie
Fire the compressor up now.
to read the wreck and decide where the airbags will go.
Right there. Make sure it's flat on top of itself, right? Square. Get the pokers on either end of it.
The easiest looking jobs are actually the hardest jobs. And this is one of those ones that looks easy, but it's actually very difficult.
Wiggle it in as best you can. Yeah, there you go.
Jamie knows how to finesse. And putting these airbags in just a little bit at a time.
Okay, right?
Change one out, dig out more, get that airbag in a little farther. It's almost a fine art.
Okay. Yeah, that's the right way. The trick will be, don't get too greedy. Slowly do the lift. Don't get carried away.
If a bag pushes too hard on a weak spot, the trailer will fail.
The trick here is a little bit of pressure, little bit. Don't turn the valve on and lift it, because what it'll do is it'll break this thing in half. Okay, it's coming a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're 6 inches off the ground now, eh?
But as the airbags inflate,
Oh yeah.
the load begins to shift.
It's really flexing.
See that happening? Yeah, stop. I don't want this thing to tear apart on us. We're 6 inches off the ground now, eh? Oh, see that happening?
Near Williams Lake, BC,
It's really flexing.
a shifting load has Jamie's crew on edge.
Why is it buckling here?
Lost in a blinding snowstorm, the semi rolled, but remained intact. But the trailer's cargo of heavy cardboard now threatens to blow out the wreck.
We're getting a tear in the roof. This is bad news for us.
It's very easy for those to unzipper and the whole trailer opens up and the load's sitting there on the ground.
We got too much on the back end.
Yeah, that's what I think. Too much on the back end.
We gotta let the back end down a bit.
Jamie will try to shift the load away from the fragile roof.
How's the ripple?
Yeah, that's better.
By letting the airbags deflate at the rear of the trailer.
The whole load went in. You can see it went in a bit.
Nice.
The fully loaded trailer is safe for now.
It's gonna be the moment of truth here.
But Jamie needs to roll the dice and try again.
Air it up.
Coming up.
I'm nervous. Any wrong move here can blow this thing in half.
It's a touch and go job.
Paris spots a new problem.
The whole thing shifted back.
It went this way?
Yeah, about 2 inches.
The 50,000-pound trailer is slipping on the incline down the bank.
It's starting to fall towards us.
Just went. Just went again.
If we keep doing this, it's gonna fall farther and farther into the ditch and come off the bags.
Yeah, I'm stopping.
Why?
See all the tip top to the trees all broken?
This is really crazy.
In the aftermath of the ice storm,
What is that?
a fallen power line blocks Ken from a call.
Top one's powered. That could be a hot wire. It could be a very dangerous wire. Electrical hazard right there. They've tagged it already. I can't tell by looking at it. That is not a hot wire. I'm not going to go near it.
Ken will try another route and hope the path is clear.
It's a little bit of a drive out to it, but we'll find it. Hang on. You just got to keep going till you can get through somewhere.
Finally, he reaches the call. A cube van on a blind corner.
Oh, I was just trying to get up the hill.
Pretty crazy.
We've got no power for about 3 days.
We've been out that long, eh?
This hill is lots of corners. It's quite steep. The road is iced up and it's very slippery.
I gotta get this truck out of here and make room so we don't have a jamming up this hill.
This is a very bad spot.
Brakes!
A plow truck trying to squeeze by.
Just wait. Watch your front end.
Is one more complication.
We've got the whole road blocked now. We got to get this truck out of the way.
We'll keep it nice and tight here, okay? Watch yourself. Watch your front end.
The plow truck makes it through.
Hey, betcha.
But Ken still has to clear the cube van.
We're on a blind corner. There's cars coming up.
With Ken completely unaware. The customer wanders to the corner to do traffic control.
Single lane traffic through there both ways. Still a bit slick out here.
On a blind corner in Mission, BC. The driver of a stalled truck has a close call as Ken races to tow it off the icy road.
Just about had an accident here.
He was lucky. He'd come very close to getting run over.
Are you in neutral?
I am now.
Okay, let's get out of here. Up in.
Okay, road's clear.
Both tractors are open now.
There's one wicked ice storm we had down here, boy.
Yeah, she just went.
4 hours into Jamie's delicate airbag recovery,
Just went again.
the fully loaded wreck is sliding down into the ditch,
The whole thing shifted back.
bringing the job to a halt.
It went this way?
Yeah, about 2 inches.
The trailer's in a bit of a negative angle in the ditch.
It's called a head-down wreck.
When you're starting to pick it up, if you don't have anything on the other side holding it back, it's gonna shift.
It's just suspended there. It's because it's not digging in.
Yeah.
We have to stop it from sliding back down the hill. I want to get lines on this thing. I'm a little worried that the bags are just gonna...
Jamie makes the call to get his trucks in position to anchor the wreck as the airbags inflate.
I want the wreckers to be on the trailer and the truck.
When semis crash, the load tends to shift forward. So Jamie puts HR 126, the most powerful wrecker on scene, at the front of the rig, and the Python at the back.
Go right from there to a chain in there.
Yeah.
You're trying to put the trucks where they're going to be best suited. This whole thing's about weight, and we need weight to pull weight over.
Just go right there.
Jamie's also called in one of his long-haul tractors equipped with a winch for extra pulling power.
Run a snatch block through there, back to your ring.
And back to the ring again?
Yep.
New operator Bill Wegrich will run the controls.
Put this all the way on the ground.
Yeah.
Bill's a new driver who works out of our Chilliwack yard. We're going to all have to work together to be able to pull this off.
All 3 trucks will be rigged to the wreck as the airbags inflate. Once the airbags have raised it as far as they can, Jamie's wreckers will winch it the rest of the way back onto its wheels.
That's the last one.
I'll go put the bags back on again.
For Colin, the timing on this job is especially tough. He's got a flight to catch.
I'm heading down to Vegas to go watch my son play some baseball. I mean, a little bit of a baseball phenom. We represented Canada a couple of times. First tournament of the season, and there's a good chance that he could go pro. I've had this trip booked for months.
Jamie needs Colin to stay as long as he can. But another problem could delay the recovery.
Keep tightening up.
The downward angle of the wreck may be too much for the airbags.
Paris, just a little bit.
It's crucial to the whole job that these bags continue to carry the weight.
It's getting a little more critical now, right?
There's a transition point here where the bags are fully inflated, and then the wreckers take over.
Keep tightening up. You go a little bit, Paris. Everybody just keep going. Little bit, little bit.
But as the airbags reach full capacity,
We're almost at the max here.
and Jamie's wreckers begin to take the full weight of the load,
We're almost at that critical point,
Yes,
right?
I can see.
Jamie will know before the airbags start popping out to come around and tell us to go.
Stop, stop.
Near Williams Lake, BC.
We're almost at the max here.
Jamie's airbag recovery nears a tipping point.
These bags are almost at their top here. Never been hit with one of them before.
Jamie's okay, but the airbags have started to pop out before the trailer is high enough for the wreckers to take over.
We don't have as much arc in the bags as we should have because we're dealing with a head-down slope. We're not getting the height that we need off these bags.
With a steep slope limiting how high the bags can lift.
This is scary.
Jamie needs to draw more pulling power.
Now hang on! Don't pull.
Out of his trucks on the other side.
We've got this head-down wreck working against us. Maybe not enough horsepower behind the wreckers to pull this thing over.
Are you gonna slide backwards?
Everything's coming together in one big ball of stress right now.
You want me to go to the landing gear?
You got another line there? You might just give us that little extra we need. Yeah, that makes more sense, right?
An extra line from HR 126 is added to the wreck.
When I go like this, winch everything, okay? I'm really worried about losing. This is the real critical spot right now.
We're getting down to the wire. We've been here all day.
Well, is it blocked or can we get going here?
Are you all ready?
The airbags have reached what they can do. It's time to get this thing up and get out of here.
Okay, just do it. High line, give me your high line.
There you go.
We're at the point where the wrecker's got to take over and it's do or die.
Front tires is loose.
Go, go, go.
Go.
Pull it.
Back pop.
Pull it over, let's go.
But the back end of the fully loaded trailer
Come on, Paris.
is putting up a fight.
Let me run this thing.
I'm the lightest truck out of the three. No one else is slipping back.
Do your thing.
Most of Jamie's pulling power is at the front. But it's now clear there's big weight at the back.
This is deadly, man. Unreal.
I'm not heavy enough. I can feel I'm just dragging back.
The biggest issue we have here is anchorability and gross weight.
You know what? Can Bill get around here? Bill, I want you to go beside Paris. Quick as you can, okay?
Jamie will reposition the tractor to the back of the wreck to help the Python bring it over.
We just need a little more help. Can you put this in the wheels? And then we'll put Bill in here.
Hook onto the rear end of the trailer, right alongside with the Python.
You need weight. Damn.
That should give us enough dead weight to winch this trailer to the ground.
But as the truck is moved,
Go, Turner.
Oh no, Bill just got stuck.
Man, this is stupid.
With the airbag wreck hanging in the balance, Jamie's in the middle of moving a truck.
Go turn! Unreal!
When disaster strikes.
Oh no, Bill just got stuck.
Unbelievable! It just sucked me right in.
All of a sudden, it's in the ditch. It's not going anywhere.
Like, holy, you know?
I'm losing my mind. This just threw me into orbit. All bets are off.
James, does he have enough line to reach from where he is?
But Paris may have a plan.
Let's pull your line out, hook you on.
We can run a line out to this thing, hook on, and pull this thing the rest of the way over.
Better than nothing, right? Let's just get her done.
The unit might have just enough winch power to finish the job.
It's anchored in there, and we can get that on the load, and hopefully that could pull this trailer over.
Put him right there.
Okay.
Suck it up, Bill.
This is the most stressful point in the whole day.
I gotta get out of here.
You're taking a gamble here, you're throwing the dice, and you better hope it works.
Paris, pull!
This is do or die. Do we have enough weight to do it, or don't we?
And I hope for the best here. Little bit, eh? Not too much.
Stop!
No, boss.
And watching that trailer just skid back and go was probably the worst thing I could ever have dealt with in my whole life. Unbelievable.
We lost everything that was holding up that trailer. From 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds, it went bad.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
That was scary.
Thankfully, no one was hurt.
Unreal. Open the highway.
Let's pack up for the night. We're done.
That is so awful.
But for Jamie, it's not over.
I walk around with the truck. 2 of the airbags have actually gone on their side, and like a catcher's mitt, they've caught this load.
The truck didn't go back right down. That's good.
I've got a second chance here.
Jamie's never gonna quit.
Let's come back tomorrow, hit this thing again, and make it happen.
I'm gonna have to get some bigger iron here.
We're not walking away. Come hell or high water, we're gonna finish this job.
Next time on Highway Thru Hell.
Hammer's gonna go there and we're gonna get her done.
Jamie's nightmare recovery gets reinforcements.
Welcome to my disaster.
But the wreck from hell
Holy!
refuses to go easy.
Don't have the nerves for this.
Then, Al takes on a mammoth load.
That's stupid.
Trust me, you're in the dentist seat.
Deep in the mud.
No. Look out!
This time on Highway Thru Hell. Out of the frying pan.
You are my hero today.
And into the fire.
That was a hell of a fireball, eh?
Now we've got a real problem.
An unexpected detour
We still got a long way to go.
turns a simple job
Son of a bitch.
into a night of heavy rescue.
Oh, to my waffle!
And
We gotta be really careful.
an off-road mission
Up.
threatens to bog down Ken.
Oh, there!
Bit of a funky smell in the air.
Near Hope, British Columbia,
Somebody's saying something about a truck fire.
emergency crews race to a call just east of town.
Is he on fire now? Yes, he is.
At the side of the highway, a semi is fully engulfed in flames.
Yeah, we got a hell of a mess.
The driver is safe, but the tractor is gone. At 5 a.m., Jamie Davis is called out of bed to the scene.
It's go, go, go every day, day in, day out, day in, day out. You're pushing your body to the limit. You're pushing yourself to the limit all the time.
When Jamie arrives, the fire is contained.
Tractor's burnt, but they were able to keep the truck from catching on to the trailer.
This truck is stinky, it's leaking, it's charred.
It's up to Jamie to get the semi off the road. So he needs to call in one of his heavy wreckers and his top operator.
Hey, Colin, morning. Morning. There's a truck that burnt, and we've got to tow the truck and trailer to the yard.
While Jamie waits for Colin, early morning traffic is picking up.
This is where the highway splits off to 3 and 5 here. Trucks are starting to move, and everybody's starting to go for the day.
You have toxic materials. It's not only a danger to us, but it's a danger to people on the highway. And we need to get this thing off the road as fast as we can.
As dawn breaks, Colin McLean arrives in HR 126.
Oh, ding, ding.
Morning!
Early morning wreck. Stinks. Nasty.
A little crispy fried, that's all.
But we'll do what needs to be done.
Caging brakes is no fun. Nobody likes to do it, especially under a burnt truck. It's a dirty, ugly job.
Jamie will release the locked brakes himself, and Colin will pull the drive shaft.
Jamie doesn't like to stand around and give orders. He gets right in there and does the work as well.
It's a grueling early morning workout.
It's hard physical work. This is this painful part that you have to just go through.
That's good.
But as Jamie takes a break,
Ooh.
A sudden sharp pain seizes his chest.
Are you all right? Jamie's pretty red and he's sweating a little bit.
Oh, I'm feeling heart palpitations, man. I'm having a hard time breathing.
On the highway through hell, closure is not an option.
Am I having the pains?
On an early morning job outside Hope,
I'm having...
Jamie Davis is having chest pains.
I don't know, I'm not trying to...
Oh, you all right?
And you're like,
Oh, I'm feeling like heart palpitations, man.
Are you really?
but I just had like a flutter. Like,
deep breath.
I can't breathe because it hurts.
Like, when I breathe, I can feel a pain in my chest, but I can feel that my heart is racing away.
I don't know what kind of a thing is going on there. It's very scary.
But Jamie keeps working.
He's complaining of chest pains, and it's concerning me.
Would you sit down for a minute?
Sit for a minute.
I got a job to do here, but my body's telling me, look, buddy, you're gonna slow down.
Jamie will let Colin and the crew finish the job.
After being in the towing business for as many years as I have.
Everything good, John?
Yeah.
Okay.
The long hours, sleep deprivation, you're looking after everybody else. There's a point where your body says to you, hey, you gotta look after yourself.
Colin hauls away the wreck, but his mind is on the boss.
You know, he's a pretty healthy guy, but that's usually the way it happens. Is, you know, the healthy ones have jammers at 50 years old, so I hope he's doing okay.
I don't want to see Jamie have a heart attack out there on the side of the road. I'm really concerned.
I know that I need to get this thing looked at. It's time for the doctor.
Pretty snowy, man.
25 miles northeast,
There's no boring days in the winter.
near the top of the Coke.
Not on the Coca-Cola, there ain't.
A midwinter storm has highway maintenance crews
Al Quiring, Collerton.
and Al Quiring
We go under Richard.
running non-stop.
Yeah, can you come down? There's one guy down here. He's right across the lane. Yeah, 10-4.
I've been working on the mountain for 2 or 3 days. It's not like there's a set work time up there. It's just work all the time.
Let the festivities begin.
Kind of like the Wild West days.
Oh, we gotta get moving here.
Old truck's on its way.
And Mother Nature, she's got you on the run.
Welcome to the Coca-Cola. I'm gonna pull you up in front of this truck, off the side, put more chains on. Okay, we're good to go. That's good. I got the one blocker out. I'm gonna get it rolling here.
Awesome, thanks.
The hill is clear.
But Al won't be leaving the mountain anytime soon.
We'll just get a little rest and then be ready for the next tow.
As night falls, Al rests up before the next call.
There's somebody sitting on the side there.
At the same brake check where Al is parked,
Is that B-train spun out?
the driver of a heavyweight load has discovered a problem.
I'm trying to get out of here. Oh, yeah.
The trucker pulled over to take a nap. Now his B train, carrying two 5,000-gallon bags of liquid resin, is trapped in the snow.
Weather conditions can change on that corridor very, very quickly.
I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Oh, here's Ministry.
Put a little sand under your tire. Yeah, for sure.
To get traction, highway crews try a simple trick.
Ready? Everyone clear? Back up.
But it's not enough.
We need to talk. Get Al.
So, an hour before dawn,
Yeah?
they're forced to wake up Al.
I tried everything. I didn't want to wake you up last night. All right, well, let's go.
Okay, right on.
Be nice to get a full night's sleep, but I'd get out of my onesie and fire up the truck.
Get down this mountain.
Al will rig the tractor to rescue the 70-foot-long B train and its full bladders.
The front end will probably slip around.
Those resin bags, they're pretty much like a big water balloon. So when we give them a pull forward, we better watch out.
You want me just to leave her in neutral and just turn? Okay.
The B train is out of the deep snow.
Oh, that worked well. You were my hero today. All right, take care.
And the driver can continue down the mountain.
We're always happy to see taillights heading down that hill.
Hi, Super Beach, no problem.
Wherever his product is going, hopefully it'll be on schedule.
But just 20 minutes down the highway, near the town of Hope,
Truck on fire, southbound. That was a hell of a fireball, eh?
the same toxic load has burst into flames.
Is that the same one I saw this morning there, all spun out in the brake check? Yeah, that'd be the same guy.
Now we've got a real problem.
What happened on the coke here? Truck's burning up.
10 miles north of Hope,
Looks like a chemical spill.
a tractor trailer hauling a hazardous load
Yeah, well, he's got them rubber bags of liquid, whatever's in there.
has sparked a dangerous situation on the coke. A driver rescued by Al Quiring less than an hour ago can only watch as his rig goes up in flames.
The most common reason that a trailer can catch on fire is that the brakes will overheat. They'll actually catch the wheel seal on fire, then the tires on fire.
You know what that product is called? It's resin. They use it to glue plywood together. Don't breathe the smoke in. No.
The toxic load forces the authorities to shut down the coke.
It is a caustic material. It's all over the highway, and it is flammable. We're waiting for Hazmat to show up. We have the highway blocked in both directions, north and south.
So the coke is closed or what? Yeah, it's closed.
Our priority is to make sure people stay out of the area and do not breathe this fume whatsoever.
A special team is called in,
Hazmat's here.
and the toxic cleanup could have the highway closed for days.
Guess that won't be opening anytime soon, will it? Really? Holy cow.
In Hope, The situation will change the direction of Colin McLean's next mission.
I'm heading to this out-of-town job when I find out Highway 5 is closed.
Colin has to pick up a truck and tow it 200 miles east to the Okanagan. His customer is waiting at a local truck stop just down the road.
This gentleman here today needs to be towed back up to their shop, which is in Kelowna.
Driver Andrew Goodine.
Got it? Yeah, totally.
Will join Colin for the long-distance haul.
I gotta get some repairs done. Hopefully tomorrow, we'll be back out on the road.
But with the main route east shut down.
The 5's closed between here and Merritt, both directions, so.
Colin and Andrew will be forced up the Fraser Canyon. Unable to take the Coke, the most direct route from Hope, they'll have to travel north through the canyon on Highway 1. Then back down connectors into Kelowna.
So I guess we're taking the 1, eh?
Does that put us back a lot of time?
He's scheduled to be in Kelowna around 4 o'clock.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun one.
He's probably not gonna get there until 8.
But Colin's customer, climbing into a heavy wrecker for the first time, is looking forward to the ride.
Well,
it's gonna be exciting, that's for sure.
As Colin and his passenger head up the canyon.
Number 1 tonight. It's snowing north of Austin Bar.
What's the 8 looking like?
It don't look good.
The road ahead looks bleak.
From what I'm gathering from radio chatter, there's quite a mess we're heading into.
Oh yeah, it's snowing heavy. The four-wheelers are going in the ditch.
The who? Four-wheelers?
Little cars, little trucks.
Wow. Wow.
We're in winter conditions. It could get a little sketchy.
We still got a long way to go.
"150 miles to the north. Jamie's newest driver
I'll run a 100-mile house.
has been dispatched to pick up a big load and haul it back to Hope.
Cam's heading up to pick up an excavator and bring it down for repair.
I want a challenge. Every day is a new challenge.
Earlier this year,
Hey, Mater.
How's it going, Jamie?
How are you
Good to
doing?
meet you. I'm good.
Cam Nino came to work for Jamie to try his luck at Mountain Recovery.
We're actually throwing a lot of jobs that are different to him. He's got common sense, and he seems to be a very capable guy.
This is what dreams are made of, bud.
When Cam arrives, he gets his first look at the heavy machine he has to bring home. It's the first time Cam will tow an oversized load down the mountain highway.
So all I'm pinned right there, I guess. I want you guys to walk it all for me. Yeah, I haven't been too much off-road. Usually it's just highway, right? So.
But before the excavator can be loaded, Cam has to separate the trailer from his tractor.
All right. Now, everything should just come apart. We'll see, though. We'll see.
When you're running a low bed and you're hauling big excavators, you've got to be on your game.
You can go ahead.
They're over width and they're heavyweight.
Probably right about here. Looks good to me. I'm just eager to get in there. I want to do a good job.
Cam needs to make sure the excavator is ready for the tight roads and tunnels he'll have to navigate back to Hope.
Well, yeah, we're 10 feet. I'm getting a little bit nervous. There's a million things going through your head. Oh, man.
200 miles north of Hope.
Well, yeah, we're 10 feet.
An oversized load is testing the nerves of Jamie's newest recruit.
Guys, I gotta call Jamie.
Cam Nino never expected the load to bulge over the sides of his trailer.
Hey, Jamie, how are you, bud? Good. What's my limit on my width? Because this is 10 foot wide.
10 wide?
Yeah.
For a wide load, you've got to be extra cautious.
And I need the wide load signs, right?
Yeah, you will.
It's really cool that Cam gives me a call.
Because we're over width, we gotta throw on our signs.
He's got what he needs, so he's good to go.
I thought it was gonna be a little smaller, but one thing I learned in this business is it's never an easy job.
Cam rolls out.
I'm starting to get nervous now.
Bracing himself for the journey back to Hope on narrow, winding roads.
We're 10 feet wide on a 10-foot roadway.
Hauling a wide load requires every bit of skill and attention that a guy can muster.
It's gonna be something. Now we're just gonna take her nice and slow. This is no room for errors here.
Was it snowing up there, driver?
It's snowing pretty hard.
3 hours after leaving Hope.
She's slippery.
Towing a truck to Kelowna.
Pretty bad.
Collins' detour north has hit another roadblock.
Well, that doesn't look very good at all. Unreal.
Spinouts and accidents have brought traffic to a halt on Highway 8.
It's just this little connecting road. Conditions are very good. We're gonna see some problems on it tonight.
Son of a bitch. Ugh. We got cars in the ditch. We got a tractor trailer unit back there that's ready to hit the ditch.
Highway 5 being closed, the 8 is the next best route to take.
And it's chaos up here.
It's very windy, it's very narrow. It's not meant for heavy traffic flow.
Well, I see some flashy lights. Looks like another tow truck. Keep turning.
Reliable towing is on scene.
There we go. I might have to pull them right to the top.
But operator James Merkley has only a 1-ton truck.
The road is just covered in ice. This car I've pulled out of the ditch 2 times already tonight.
You just gonna yard all 3 of them out?
Yeah, I got him out.
Okay.
Colin is stuck behind the chaos.
I'll rank this one.
And then we'll pull them out?
So he decides to join the fight.
Heavy wrecker guys, we have to work together.
Just a little bit, just like that.
There we go.
It's a brotherhood.
All right.
But down the road,
I got a heavy tandem.
something bigger is blocking the highway. A fully loaded semi that's gone off the road.
Most guys stick to the cope when it was closed.
The road's on a bit of an angle. It's icy.
Colin's night just got more interesting.
Are we dropping this or what?
Yeah, I'm just gonna pull this tractor trailer unit out.
His customer's truck is disconnected.
I'm gonna unhook the 5-ton that I'm towing.
His simple tow is now a heavy rescue.
126 is gonna be in action.
But winching out a 65-ton lumber truck
I am at my max weight right now.
will be a stretch for the 25-ton highway hauler.
This could potentially be a very heavy pull for HR 126. This is a tow truck. It's not really meant for heavy recovery.
All right. Well, right now, just release your tractor brake.
Yeah.
No gas, put it in neutral.
We'll just have to see how it goes.
All right, let's start pulling.
Collins starts to winch. But with a massive weight and deep snow, the lumber truck barely moves.
He doesn't have his foot on the brakes?
Do you have your foot on the brakes?
No. You're pushing the limit. You're getting to that red line.
Oh, to my waffle! Come on!
On Highway 8, Collins in a showdown.
Now release all your brakes!
With a 65-ton lumber truck. His road trip has turned into an unexpected heavy rescue.
All his brakes are off?
Are all of them released?
Everything, trailer, the whole bit.
Yeah.
He's fully loaded. If we pull any harder, we're going to be the ones that are going to lose.
The load is pushing the limits of Collins' 25-ton record. So he needs the driver to help.
Do you want him to put it in low and drive forward a little bit?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I asked him to put a little throttle into it to help me along.
But the driver...
Go! Oh, to my waffle!
...is only digging in deeper.
Every time he tries to take off, he just spins closer and closer to the ditch.
Collins' only option is to take one more shot without the driver.
Duty calls. I'm gonna give it a shot, see what happens.
Try and come ahead under your own power, just slightly.
Outmatched.
Perfect.
Colin pulls off the surprise recovery.
It's just one of them things. Go ahead and do it, you know, just get it done.
And his first customer doesn't mind the delay.
A good lesson out here tonight from Colin, showing me how it really is out here in the winter months.
Go on, Andrew, let's go.
A little bit of adventure for Andrew, definitely.
But hours behind schedule. Colin needs to get back to towing.
I just want to go to Kelowna and finish what I'm doing. Time-wise, it's a rough day.
Just up the road.
You guys got somebody coming or what?
Another victim of the storm brings Colin's journey to a halt.
Here we go, again. Crazy.
Be a long one.
Anybody come through the canyon? Is it looking good?
80 miles south, in the Fraser Canyon.
You know, I'm just a little nervous. Just a little nervous.
Cam tows his first oversized load down the narrow mountain highway.
We got a wide load going eastbound, number 1.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
To make it back to Hope,
We're about to get in our tunnels here.
Jamie's new driver has to travel through 3 tight tunnels.
If you enter into there with a wide load and another truck's coming along, bing, bang, boom, you're having trouble.
This is the stressful part. Anybody that wants to do this job, you gotta have nerves of steel.
The excavator Cam's hauling is 10 feet wide and more than 12 feet tall.
My heart's racing, trying not to hurt myself or anybody else that's on the road. There's a thought in your head, what if, right? You just gotta soldier on and keep going.
Cam and the oversized load
I think we're good.
have made it through the tunnels.
It's time to hammer down and get home.
And minutes later,
I'll probably have gray hair after this.
he brings it home to Jamie's yard.
Hey, Cam.
Well, we made it.
Are you tired?
Not really.
Cam got the job done. He's a good, competent driver. He did a really good job.
It's really good. The first digger you ever hauled.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Anything new I throw at him, he seems to master it in a hurry.
Job well done. Jamie's happy, and that's all we can do. On to the next one.
What's going on up the road here?
On Highway 8,
You guys have been waiting for 3 hours?
another spun-out truck has sidelined Colin's trip.
Yeah, you got it nice.
We've driven about 1.5 kilometers, and I come across a medium-duty utility truck stuck in the ditch.
A railway maintenance vehicle has slid off the road.
We're just gonna try and give you a couple little tugs and...
I'm not gonna leave these guys stranded. That's just not in my nature.
I don't know how far I'm gonna be able to get you out, though.
Already hours behind, Colin can't afford to drop his tow to rescue the railway truck.
If I can unhook and rehook again, it's gonna take forever. This is life throwing curveballs at you. I think I can pull this guy without having to unhook the 5-ton. So, I'm gonna try it.
But Colin's passenger is okay with a delay.
I got patience for this kind of stuff. It's good to help the guys out. I like it.
Because Colin will leave the cube van on the back of HR 126. He'll have to winch the rail truck out on a tight angle and within inches of the customer's vehicle.
We have to try to help these guys out. I have a little bit of working room.
Brakes off! And your tongue turns, brakes off!
Shut your brakes off. He says they're off.
As Colin starts to winch, the truck begins to roll.
No power! Leave it in neutral, brakes off!
But his margin of error is disappearing.
Brakes on! Stay there, no.
It's ugly any way you go, man.
6 hours into what was supposed to be a simple tow,
Leave it in neutral, brakes off!
Colin's attempting a recovery with another load on the back of his heavy wrecker.
It's a pretty heavy unit.
Brakes on! Stay there, no.
The railway truck is out, but is less than 2 feet from the cube van on the back of Colin's wrecker.
Nice and easy. Put it in gear, release the brakes, and just let the truck do its thing. Keep the wheel cranked hard. Momentum.
Yeah, you're good. Okay, let's get out of here.
With a little bit of truck whispering, they were able to drive away.
Never a dull moment.
We got to help people so they could go home to their families. Just it's what we do.
After the long detour,
We've been pulling guys out of the ditch the whole way up.
Colin and his customer arrive in Kelowna.
Touchdown. Oh, what a relief.
It's definitely good to be back before midnight. It was quite an adventure.
It only took us 8 extra hours to get here. We zigged, we zagged, we made it. Now we're going to bed.
All right, buddy. Nice work. Handshake.
Handshake.
Good deal.
Give her a pound there.
Tonight, firsthand knowledge of what happens out there on the highways, it's impressive.
At the end of the day, customer's happy. So win, win, win all day long.
Miles west, in the Fraser Valley.
Holy mother, she was raining hard.
Mission Towing's Ken DePerrin
Pretty rainy today, soaking the ground pretty good.
has been dispatched to an unusual off-road recovery.
Our crew's ready to go and get the work done.
Earlier this winter, an ice storm crippled the town of Mission.
Look at the tree down here. Like, look at the mess.
And claimed thousands of trees.
It'll take months and months to clean up the mess.
To reach tonight's job, Ken has to leave the road.
See what we got here?
And cross a rain-soaked field.
We got a yard here that's very soft.
A 33,000-pound tree chipper is trapped in the mud.
It's kind of swamp hole here. He's really buried himself down. Just dug him right down is what it's done.
Ken brought his heavy wrecker to rescue the arborist's truck, but that's no longer an option.
We're not bringing our wrecker in here, not our big wrecker, that's for sure. We'll be stuck worse than he is. Here they come.
Ken calls in 2 lightweight machines to tackle the job. A backhoe.
Come tighter.
And a 1-ton tow truck.
Easy, 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 don't spin. You want to come in here? Back in beside him.
Ken will rig a line from the 1-ton to the chipper, then loop the line to the backhoe to add weight to the pull.
We bring in the backhoe and we'll use it for an anchor. Easy, just easy.
But as the backhoe moves into position,
oh my gosh, be careful.
The soggy field
Hold there! Whoa!
claims a second machine.
Now what are we gonna do? Uh-oh.
In Mission, BC,
You're going down in a sinkhole.
Ken's off-road recovery
Watch your front end. Hold there! Whoa!
is sinking fast.
That's not good. He's just sunk right out of sight on the other side.
Now the backhoe, brought in to rescue the tree chipper, is stuck.
He's coming in across the field perfectly, and then when he goes to turn, he's bottomed right out.
That's not a nice start.
No.
Oh.
I'm thinking, oh my gosh. Now what are we gonna do?
But Ken and the backhoe operator have an idea. By dropping the stabilizer arms and pushing down on the rear bucket,
He should be able to pull himself out of it.
the backhoe lifts itself out of the mud.
Easy, just easy. Keep going, keep going. Keep up. Easy, easy, easy. Don't spin them, don't spin. Good. Good.
To finish the job, the backhoe will have to be farther away than Ken would like.
I don't want to go another 10 feet forward. It's very soft.
It's a hard place to get into. That makes it a little more difficult for us to do this job.
With the backhoe in position,
tighter.
The mission tow truck lines up with the 16-ton target.
That's good. Whoa. We're gonna hook a snatch block onto the truck and then back to the machine. Can you bring out the line there, please? Oh, this is way softer than I thought it was. Holy smokes.
We're gonna run a cable so the wrecker can pull them out and use the hoe as an anchor.
Okay, there we go. Okay, you guys. We gotta be really careful around this cable, okay? Because if it snaps, somebody could get hit.
This is a heavy pull. Cable snaps could kill you.
Do you get in your truck?
Yeah.
The arborist will also add some gas
Okay, take your brakes off.
to help power his machine out of the bog.
He's gonna start pulling here. Okay, just try backing up easy. Keep coming. Keep coming. Don't spin them, whatever you do. Just let them roll. Turn your wheels a little bit the other way. To the left, to the left. There you go. Good, that's perfect. Take that in a bit. That's good. Right about there. Keep going. Hold it. Whoa.
The truck is free from the mud
There.
and should make it the rest of the way on its own.
Okay, I'm gonna guide him from that side. Yell if something happens. Come on back. Start turning. Start turning, turning, turning. Keep going, keep going. Yeah. A little more. Doing good. Keep going. Cranker. Cranker now. Good. Wow. Well, am I glad to see that. That is one mud hole.
Yeah.
Soft ground, huh?
Everybody was happy.
Thanks for calling Mission Towing.
No problem.
Okay. We got her, eh, Jason?
Yeah, we always do.
Got her. See ya, thank you.
You're taking a chance every time you pull something out, but you get the job done. And then that's the deal.
In hope,
It's good both ways. Shutdown.
traffic is flowing on the Coke once again. After the toxic fire 2 days ago,
That was a hell of a fireball, eh?
today,
I don't go to the doctors very often.
Jamie heads to a medical appointment.
Last time was probably 3 years ago.
Are you all right?
On a recent job, Jamie had a scare.
Oh, I'm feeling heart palpitations. I'm having a hard time breathing. That's what I got to do today.
After a battery of tests, Jamie and wife Sherry are anxious to find out what's going on.
It's a bit of a wake-up call for me.
The results are in.
Well, the medical's fine. My eyesight was perfect. My blood pressure's perfect.
The doctor said everything's fine with my heart. But he did tell me to relax a little bit and lower my stress.
Senior my ass.
The clean bill of health clears Jamie to leave town.
That's a long frickin' trip up to Whitehorse.
It's supposed to be 3 days.
An epic journey to the Yukon.
We've been hired to go way up north to pick up a damaged unit, and we're gonna bring it back down to the coast.
Why are you doing the white horse job and not, say, camp?
Sherry's giving me an earful. You know, she wants me to slow down a little bit and not work so much.
That's a grueling trip. For a new guy, it's not easy. There's big drop-offs, curves, and, you know.
At the end of the day, you've got the job, so you gotta get it done. Okay, that's good to go.
The long trip
Yeah, keep going.
will have Jamie
Okay.
and cousin Paris traveling more than 2,000 miles.
We're hitting the road.
I'm really looking forward to just getting on the highway and going and seeing the north.
Next time on Highway Thru Hell,
Holy,
a massive pileup
we need help down here.
plunges Al's son into the eye of a storm.
Get the paramedics.
It's all frozen.
A $500,000 load
Hang on, Mitch.
becomes a balancing act.
Hold on. Go.
And Jamie battles to bring a wreck back from the Yukon. This time, on a special episode of Highway Thru Hell,
Take 5.
Jamie
Love that.
and a team of heavy rescue legends take a look back
Each job is unique.
It's been so long since he's used it.
He's always wrong. I'm always right.
at their biggest, baddest,
I'm getting goosebumps talking about it.
most extreme wrecks from the past.
That's real pressure now.
Failure is likely. Need my big old Vulcan wrecker, my snap-on tools. What else can a guy want?
Al and I go way back. We've been competing for as long as I can remember. And Al's head down, ass up, let's get her done.
They're all chrome and gleam. I'm a work truck. What would you rather pay for, 10 men or one guy that works like 10 men? How about that? Take that, James.
You know what, Al? We haven't had a lot of time to sit this year. You know, it's been a busy year for you.
We've seen each other like this pretty much. We don't come down from the mountains too often, but when we do, we like to talk tow trucks. You did a job there a couple years back up on that Spuzin Bridge. That bridge is a spot to be reckoned.
And the force was going not fast enough for it to go over. It just popped it back in. Saved his life.
That aggregate they use on there is like polished glass almost, you know, and then you add a little bit of that slush and the diesel de-icer. It's very slippery there.
Yeah, the road's closed up here at Spuzin Creek. Trucks jackknifed on the bridge.
It's not my favorite place to go do a wreck at, I'll tell you that.
Any bridge is...
I'm not a bridge guy.
No, I'd agree with that too.
I hate this bridge. It's spooky.
You look right down there. Don't.
The cab is knocked off. It's hard to bust that free.
This is going to be a really tough job.
And then you've got the access problem where you can only get a wrecker on one side.
Okay, let's get the deck truck done.
We just didn't have any big wreckers around. We scrambled everything we had that was available for the moment and made it work.
Made manpower work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's all coiled up. So we're gonna bring it out like this. Okay, pulling.
All right, front end's up in the air.
And then to get it spun around again, that took a little bit of work. I could see that.
Here we got spark, Trent sparks. Sparking again like crazy.
Yeah. Watch out, get out of there.
That's on fire now. Uh-oh.
The fire actually gets the adrenaline going a little bit, eh? It gets your heart beating.
Makes you work a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Hey, it's going in the cab, man.
Is it out?
We're good.
Yeah, I think we're good. Boogie, stand back.
All in it.
That was a tough job for us.
Hats off to you, man. You pulled it off.
With old junk.
With old junk.
I don't waste money on chrome. All that money in chrome, who pays for that? Cable's all rusty. The chrome.
What a lot of people don't know is
Big Green always wins.
as much as we're competitors, we're also very, very good friends. My dad and his dad were kind of rotation partners, so it wouldn't be unusual for his dad's truck to show up and my dad's truck to show up at the same crash. We've been competitors for life.
I've been scooped once by Al, I've been scooped by Al 100 times, so you know what? Losing is a part of winning. If I won all the time, it would be no fun.
I had hair when I first met you.
I did too, actually, and it wasn't white. Most of I've still got a lot of hair. It's just mostly on my back.
Sounds like we got a semi flipped over in the wind. We haven't had one of those out on the highway here for quite a number of years.
I was about 8 feet in the air. I just hung on for dear life.
Unbelievable.
You know, in those conditions, the news girl, the weather girl, oh, they head for cover. We're heading into the worst part of the place to be.
Where's that kite?
You had that Fraser Valley cold whipping wind, that, you know, gale force winds. It hurts when it's hitting your face and stuff.
Ordered the hurricane.
Yeah, I know what it's like right there. Chills you right through your bones.
I would have been less wet probably standing in front of a fire hose for like 4 hours. That was just drenched.
Crazy. Okay, be careful. Just pick it up and then rotate it right in there.
Doing the inversion or the rollover is kind of the glory moment of recovery. My first exposure to that is actually in a kind of a manual about rolling over, and it actually says in the manual the California end roll.
We're gonna do an Alder Grove jelly roll.
And then you guys rebranded it.
The Alder Grove jelly roll. Just in case it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Very high risk here, very high risk. I can put my side out rigger down, but
We're fighting that wind big time. You know, if a good gust comes in, our sticks are right up.
okay, snatch blocking up. That's good, that's good.
We got Kenny's truck tied down, and I'm watching, and we're picking this thing up, and the whole trailer starts to move. Ah! And then I thought, my God, the whole side of this trailer's blowing out. But then I realized that it was a chicken barn right beside us.
Barn just lost the roof over there.
You hear that sound, you ever rip a
Goosebumps
pop can in half? Man, it was just one of those times. That wasn't me this time, thank goodness.
Keep that tire on the ground.
It doesn't take much to flip a wrecker over when you move the center of gravity over. Outside those outrigger legs, they'll flip over very easily.
There's a chance it might go over one more time today.
The next gust is the one that could take you over.
Oh, yeah.
But as we're doing it, you know, trying to keep contact with one part of that trailer on the ground just stops that swinging so much. So it's kind of a bit of a puppet dance.
The adrenaline rush in the wind like that. Very high risk here, very high risk. We pulled it off though.
Yeah, we're moving now.
I think I was coming to look at a bus that was stuck, and I look on the other side of the road and I see the single axle there. I'm like, wow, okay, so there was Kerry there all alone by himself. That might be Kerry. Oh, he'll get it done.
Yeah, I'll let you know when I got it aired up and hooked on. I'll let you know. Okay.
So I thought to myself, that's really cool that, you know, your son's there doing it.
Give her, Kerry. Get her going.
I had a kind of little tear in my eye when I seen him there all by himself, single axle. Big job.
Yeah, for the little young guy.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny
He's
because...
not little either.
He's big. He's bigger than me, but, you know, to me, he's always a little...
baby, yeah.
There. Won't be long, those kids, they'll be taking off in the tow truck, and we'll be on the phone. Where are you going with that truck? I got girlfriend money, yeah, girlfriend money.
He's my guy. Prince of the Coquihalla right here. Right there. He's the king.
We're headed up to the east side of Manning Park on Highway 3.
Kenny Dupron is the operations manager and Mission Towing, one of the top-end recovery guys around for heavy duty. Ken, tell me about this logging truck on the Forest Service Road that you guys recovered this past season.
It was 22 below zero. The ice on the road was very thick.
We have a logging truck rolled over. Here we are.
You gotta be in the right mind frame, have all your ducks in a row, pack a lunch.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Have everything you need because you're a long ways out in the middle of nowhere.
That's really in there. Look at where it is.
If something happens or anything goes on, that's a dangerous location to be in. Probably 2 hours to the nearest hospital.
That's right.
Boy, that's a big job.
I look at that and I go, that's gonna be a long night's work, that.
Well, what's it look like, Dylan?
A rolled over logging truck.
Dylan's kind of a familiar face, been around a while now. He's married to your daughter.
Daughter, yes.
It's all in the family.
That's right, that's right. So he better come and work for us.
He better do a good job.
Yeah, exactly.
It's in a hole, isn't it?
A little bit.
One of the scariest things for me is when you have to unhook the hitch.
Yes.
Okay, got it?
No, unhooking that pin, you never know what pressure is on that hitch.
Exactly. But what we did on that, we did pull it till we could see there was slack in there.
It's looking good. There, perfect.
Because you're exactly right. That's how tow truck drivers can get killed.
Yeah.
We're close. Okay, I'll bring her over.
We separated the trailer. Took the trailer off and do one piece at a time. Too many turning axles on there. We're not gonna bring it out exactly the way it went in.
There it is.
Okay, take her away.
Okay.
Pretty dangerous, those
It's
logs.
very dangerous.
You don't know where they're gonna go, or you're manipulating them around with your wrecker.
The trailer, that's the easy part. You get to the truck, now you're dealing with weight.
That bad boy in there.
Let's hook her now. There we go. It's ready. Attention.
Okay, take her away.
We have one line on that.
Just restraining it.
Just restraining it. But when we got that up, close to the edge of the bank, I asked Dylan to put another line on, because I want two lines. One breaks, we got a backup.
Yeah.
Always have a backup.
Especially, again, coming up over the edge of the corner.
Exactly, the toughest pull. We're kind of pulling it between us back and forth a bit. I'm taking a bit on the front, he takes a bit on the back to get it up.
Getting tight. Losing my footing here.
We're clearing the logs and pull back. We didn't want it running up against the logs coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So we're pulling it over as we're bringing it back, as Dylan's bringing it back.
Yeah, whoa!
Whoa! Whoa! Chain let go.
Bar came off.
We got logging trucks here now. We gotta get this out.
So the logging truck rolls up and the game changes for you guys. What happens there?
Oh, it's pressure. That's real pressure now.
Oh, brutal.
I was hoping we had another couple hours to go, you know.
Okay, take it away, Dylan.
When you plan these jobs, you want to make sure you leave enough room. Because if you didn't leave enough room to pull that truck up in between you, you've got a real problem.
Bring it right to you.
I'm pulling it, Dylan's pulling it, and we're kind of taking turns. Like I'd stop and let him pull it a little bit.
He's loading up a bit, and you're
yes.
loading. Yeah.
And when we're both working in unison, pulling at the same time, and that makes a difference too.
Sure.
Beautiful.
I think you and Dylan are you guys have worked enough
getting
jobs where you're together now. Yeah.
Nice.
That was our biggest job we've actually done together.
There we go. Let's get this hooked up and get out of here. Good job, Dylan.
Easy, Howie.
Jason's my younger brother, and he runs aggressive towing.
Slowly, Brett.
Slowly.
Okay.
It's great to have a brother in the business that you can rely on and count on. We talk almost every day on the phone. We're like old women.
He's just too far away from the road.
You'd always phone the other guy and say, hey, I got this going on. What do you think of that? You know, so you always have somebody to run things by.
If I pull, it's pulling right through the trailer wall. It's not that strong.
Blame each other for everything. It's always that guy's fault.
He's always wrong. I'm always right.
I'm always wrong and you're always right.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh. We worked on this job together a few seasons ago, and it was brutal.
Kilometer west of Hunter Creek, there's B train in the ditch.
Well, this is a deep, muddy ditch. Wow. You got a fully loaded trailer. The trailers are brand new, and the customers, you know, don't wreck these trailers. So getting that trailer back up and out of here without damaging it is going to be a huge deal. This was a big wreck. I hadn't been on any of the trucks for quite a long time. I'd been in the office.
Left my rain jacket at the shop because they rushed out.
So getting on the truck again and running the rotator, I was rusty.
Blue line, freewheel. Blue, blue, blue.
It's been so long since he's used it, eh?
I'm reacquainting myself with the controls and what to do. And you sit at a desk all day and you're not running trucks. You're not one with the unit anymore.
Trailer's aluminum. We didn't want to damage the trailer, so we decided to wrap it with an endless loop strap.
I don't like this.
The strap was actually on a sharp part of the frame.
As soon as you put some pressure on him, cut into him and just cut him like a knife.
Blew apart.
Putting too much on her, boy.
Short, fat, bald buddy screwed up.
I'm probably a little rusty, pushing the envelope. I maybe should be a little more cautious about what I'm doing.
Not good.
I had an idea, he had an idea. My idea didn't work.
And I told him so.
And I heard you that you told me.
Good. The rock and roll party's here now.
You know, Al's working with stuff that's above and beyond what we do on the highway every day. This is extreme recovery. I don't think there's anybody, you're pretty much untouchable in that world. Guys like me aren't going out and buying D9 cats to go do recovery. I mean,
you guys buy rotators and chrome.
I don't have one now, so. What do you figure your two big cats weigh?
Oh, they're 100, with the blades on there, they're 120,000 pounds each.
So you had 240,000 pounds of iron
of mine, and then
to pull 100.
Exactly, and then I had my friend Len come out with his big D9.
They're stuck. We got a problem. Put the triple hook on her.
What's that big plate that you had specially built for that? What do you call that?
Old timer would call it a yoke, ox yoke or something, you know, drawbar, a spreader bar. Here's 3 inches of T1 steel.
3 inches? Wow.
I went for lunch with an engineer. I drew out on a napkin. I said, this is what we want to do. This is kind of the weight we want to pull.
What do you figure the maximum pull capacity of that is?
Times 5 to break that is what it's engineered to do. So it's a 125-ton safe load rating, and it's times 5 safety factor for that.
Wow.
My friend Len, we had him just kind of leaning into pulling like he was a big old elephant.
Okay, you guys ready?
Like 3 big fat elephants, we're gonna lean into it and rip that out of there.
Wind her up. Give her some throttle. Come on, pull on her.
Pulling on the cable, and then the winch cats just kept lifting and lifting and lifting.
Is pulling with your D9s, is it similar to an old Holmes wrecker where you want to get over top of the weight and lift?
Pretty much, yeah.
The cat's the same principle?
If you can get lifted up to the winch, you can put that thing in gear and it'll drag it.
There she comes.
I guess I'm bringing swim trunks tomorrow.
The second machine, from the top door to the bottom, is probably 15 feet at least, underwater.
Feels like the same dragging on dream as yesterday.
There was no getting hooked onto it. We pumped as much as we could.
Just keep bailing.
But we put 3 1.5-inch cables around that.
Come on, big boy, you can do it.
And, you know, it's scary because there's so much force. Those cables are so friggin' big, and you break something, it can be absolutely devastating as well, right? And it's
A lot of danger in that kind of regard.
A lot of danger.
We don't screw around with rigging. Go big or go home.
But there was no going underwater 15 feet down in this swamp.
I can't hold my breath that long. My dad probably wishes I could hold my breath that long, but...
My mom always said that to me, too.
Yeah.
Wind her up.
And those cables going over sharp edges, you got to allow for things stranding and strands getting broken.
You're all right. Come on, pull on her.
Even though you're using the heaviest duty stuff around, or really heavy duty stuff, you're also prepared for failure.
Failure is likely.
Put all that power into an 1.5-inch cable. Boom! Ah, we busted the cable.
Each job is unique.
We're gonna have to pull the final drives out of here, undo the bolts, pop the gear out, and then it's free rolling.
And as you go forward, you take that experience, learn from it, and it helps you develop a better technique for the next recovery.
Heavy, eh? Expensive, too. Just remember that part when you're thinking heavy. She'll free roll now. Just let her go. Just roll up. You're all right. Come on.
And bragging rights at the coffee shop when you say, I did something that that other guy couldn't do. Nobody could do this but me. Ken, you and I actually go back to the mid-'80s. We've known each other a long, long time.
Long time.
Yeah. But I can remember you guys getting called out to some of the most horrific wrecks that there was. Because you had the good gear, you had the knowledge, you did the job. You know, you were right up there, you know, and I know that. I mean, the top shelf. I can remember, I'm getting goosebumps talking about this, Ken. Like I am, I'm getting shivers. Back in that time frame, there wouldn't have been any other big records around.
No.
And then surely nothing of the caliber that you guys operated.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I'd see you across the freeway watching.
Yeah, well, I'd be on everything. So one thing we really have in common, Ken, is the fact that we love our old Holmes wreckers. Brings me back in time to a simpler day.
Yes.
The 850, for example, I mean, I can remember Al's dad driving it through town, and it was the biggest, meanest machine in my area, you know.
Gee, this is in nice shape.
Clean little truck, like it has 66,000 original miles.
They were the machine of the day.
Its capacity is 22 ton.
And we grew up around them, and that's what makes them special, I think.
I think it's a bit nostalgic. It's like a guy having an old hot rod car, and he looks after it. So for me, Mighty Mo, for example, driving down the road with that on the freeway, people are looking
Everybody's
at it.
looking
Wow,
at
look
you.
at that
Yeah,
truck, you know?
look at that. Yeah, it's in nice shape. Nice shape.
This year, my strategy is we're doing things old school. It's a bit of a gamble, and I hope it pays off. The idea was really to get into the Python and work it and use it hard, you know.
That's right.
Almost overdo it.
Overkill.
I wanted to see what it would do.
This is its first time on the Coquihalla. Gonna be its first wreck, so it'll be interesting how it pulls.
Yeah, must have been a fun ride.
Well, it flipped over, and it's down the bank. It's got the tree in the side of it.
We're gonna bring the little truck in here and try to tag onto the rear ends, just see if it'll come up.
Is it going to do what you want, live up to expectations?
You know how you can kind of fish pull something up with a hydraulic boom? Well, we put the boom down, we sucked up the winch lines, and then did it again.
That's your PowerPoint for sure.
Right.
It's good. Okay, going ahead.
There's no real other way of doing that job when you did it. From what I watched, it has to come over.
Little on the bottom.
That's the only way you're going to get it, especially with the tree.
Yeah.
Unless you took a chainsaw and cut the tree off.
It was a pretty good pull for those 3 trucks.
It was.
30-ton hydraulic. You know, a Python is 22-ton, believe it or not. And then the Holmes 500 was a, what's it, a 10-ton record.
Yeah.
Keep that trailer on the same angle. And now suck this winch line in. Whoa, careful, careful. I hate the way it's coming out on such an angle.
Your first pull usually is the easiest, but when it gets to the top, that's where you've got everything working against you. If anything's going to happen, that's where it's going to happen. You'll break a line there. Am I right?
Yeah, 10-4.
We got it. It's all out.
There it is. Beautiful recovery job.
Well, they're hooked onto it, moving.
It looks like there's something over the bank on the edge of the river. Holy crap.
Road. Oh, look at that.
Wow. Might salvage some onions here. Not much left here, but a bunch of hard work.
To hand bomb those onions on a trailer that's on an angle and it's going downhill.
Icy and greasy.
Trying to climb up that slippery wall of the trailer. It was a really difficult job.
Be lucky to bring the trailer up in one piece empty, never mind loaded.
Well, remember we hand bombed a whole tractor trailer load of apples one day?
That was our first wreck.
There was 3 of us. We hand bombed the whole load of trailer of apples because we were too cheap to hire anybody.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about the location here, too. I mean, they're coming around a sharp corner and heading into an uphill part of the coke called the rock cut.
Slow down.
So what they're doing is they're trying to get up speed to get up the hill. So they're going by us and pouring the coals to her and getting up that hill.
Use the left lane.
The most difficult part of this whole job is that we really don't have anywhere to work with on the highway. We've got booms that are out the back. We don't have a rotator here. We can't block the highway. We're working in one lane.
We'll start to go nice and slow.
Colin's trying to pull back and pull sideways at the same time. So you're trying to move back and you're trying to pull it into yourself too to keep it upright.
Oh, what happened there?
Now this is when things got extremely intense.
And I think he ran out of real estate. And then he put tremendous tension on that one line and he just ran out of room. Very good intentions, but I think professional-wise, he should have waited a little bit longer and waited for that second truck.
That sucked. Boo-boo!
We got Brandon working there that day, too.
Good to see you, bud.
Now, boom your boom down or winch your line out. Line's out. Both of them fast. We're good. It's a new Brandon for me. Really amazing. Maybe Colin could just suck it up and then go low ahead a bit. Are you okay? Brandon?
Well, what happened was the suspension was up. And then all of a sudden, the suspension decided to come back on itself.
I was coming underneath here just at that time. As I heard it, I slipped and went down. I slid underneath.
What was really lucky for Brandon was the fact that the underreach was down and the trailer went into the underreach and left a gap for him. So there'd be no way he'd get hurt in that situation, but it looked really ugly.
You got to be prepared for what's going to happen. Anything could happen at any time. Something could break, straps could break.
One big lesson in this whole thing is stay out of the bite.
He had a little bit of an adrenaline rush there.
Stay out of the bite, no matter what.
We're heading up the canyon today for a tractor trailer that's gone over a really wild wreck where this thing rolled on its roof.
Well, I'm bringing James out to get him used to being on recovery scenes and being around things.
Pretty down, eh, James?
I can go down there and wish it.
Yeah, I know.
I want him to actually try the remote out and try to do some winching and watch and learn.
So we're planning this all in our minds before we even do anything, right?
You know, I can remember being 10 years old and being at a crash scene where a feed truck had rolled over onto a car on a snowy night.
It's deep here. Be careful.
It's part of what we do and how you do it and how you learn.
So now you got to think about where do I hook up to, James?
What if we do it from here and take up?
Man, you're smart. Very smart. Okay, stop. Other one. Watch what it's doing. The other one a bit. It's coming.
I'm seeing him interested in the business. He seems to understand things, you know.
And at the same time, you're watching your truck, too, to make sure you don't drag it over the bank, right?
It was not an easy recovery, that's for sure. There's lots of big rocks down there that you can't see under the snow. You know, the truck was actually, as we're pulling on it, it's actually breaking apart on us.
It's a bigger pull than we thought it would be. It's dug in, is what the problem is.
The trailer's very flimsy. The rocks underneath are ripping that thing apart and holding it back while we're trying to pull it. So it's a bit of a tug-of-war.
Decent, Jimmy, decent!
I think what the future holds for us is that our kids show enough instinct in it that I think they'll do fine.
We're going from somewhere around these bogies.
Okay.
Mattia's my daughter.
Okay, make your way.
She really loves the business.
Good job, Pete.
I do see the survival skills in our kids and in my kids, the girls and James and Brandon.
Pretty proud of you, you know. That's the first time that you've actually run a big wrecker. Yeah, that's First time you've ever touched the controls. Yeah. Right? That's true, yeah.
Jamie Davis, hold 10.
I like being involved. And you put me on one of the sketchiest ones.
We all had fun together.
Someone said a cup went off the mountain.
So whereabouts is this logging truck recovery at?
North of Hope, Boston Bar, up on the Anderson Creek Forest Service Road. We were right at the tree line at the bottom of the rock chute. There was tons of stuff down there, James. If you ever need like an old 1970 Ford station wagon with Ford 429 in it.
There's one there?
There's one down there, yeah.
Really?
Long ways down.
Every time I've gone by there towing a logging truck, you're kind of looking down thinking, man, I don't want to pull something out of there. And lo and behold, the phone rings and guess what? We've got a log truck down in that spot where you don't want to go.
Yeah.
And this was so intertwined, cartwheeled, balled up with logs jammed through frame rails.
Some of the biggest dangers, obviously, is the falling debris, which could include falling wreckers. Nobody below anything when we're pulling. Okay?
Sounds good.
Let the games begin.
We know Gord can be pretty grumpy, so why didn't you send him down the hill? That's what I would have done.
I like to be the guy on the ground. I don't necessarily like to be the guy in the hot seat running the controls. So that's okay, too. I don't mind that.
It's coming down.
Watch yourself.
But when our trucks, our equipment is pulling on that, I like to be the guy that hooks on.
Al is a special kind of crazy.
Because if something happens halfway up that hill and it comes unlodged, disconnected or something, and somebody gets hurt, I'd have a hard time living with it.
Look out below!
When I saw you down there looking, going down there and moving around, first thing I'm thinking is that These logs could kill you in a second.
Log! Log!
You know, you gotta have your escape routes and be prepared to jump behind a tree and think skinny.
Spades down, boom up.
Gordy's operating blind up there, and he can only tell how his truck is reacting, and you know, it's either gonna be too much for one truck or not.
Talk to me, down there. We're just starting to break it apart here now.
It could mean life or death to you down at the bottom or him up top.
You know, you heard it in the safety meeting, you know, beware of falling debris and falling wreckers, right?
Yeah, keep going. You're good. Okay, keep going.
Good.
Back off on it a little bit.
I am standing by.
I thought it was just ingenious when I saw you put that log in there.
It looked like that trailer was gonna fall upside down, wheels up.
And bring her around over here.
And then I remembered something I had seen actually in reading Army Engineer's recovery manual on how to ford a river with a Sherman tank and 2 big gin poles. And I adapted with that.
Okay, Gord, tickle it up.
Pole vault the trailer over.
That's nice. That is nice.
It worked like a hot damn.
And then we're gonna rig for the truck, which is gonna be a little bit more extravagant. I'll make this go in there a little bit further. Okay, we're ready.
Okay, start the bolt.
Woo, doggy!
Yeah, pulling. I think we're gonna need help on this one.
You're fighting a time element now, and you're at a real critical part of the recovery where it's just about at the top, and you bring in the side puller.
Where we were working, it worked out perfect because it was right on a 90-degree corner. Gordy had a straight line pull out the back, and I was pulling right off the side, so.
Give her both there, Gord.
It's a different tool in the toolbox, and at the right time, it makes our job so much more time efficient.
There it is. Nice. Come to Papa.
Whoa, Gord, whoa! That's good. Good, good.
We worked all day. Gordy and I didn't get home until 4 o'clock the next morning.
Mission accomplished.
What a ride that must have been.
The Manning Park job had to be the most intense recovery rescue I've ever been involved in.
Search and rescue crew was out looking for somebody and they couldn't find them.
I just heard from search and rescue that the vehicle has been located.
Oh my God.
We think it rolled over a couple days ago. He's talkative and alert, but he is pinned in the truck.
I don't think I've ever seen a rescue take place that was so intricate, with so many people involved, that was so difficult.
Aaron, are we ready to do this? Yeah. Okay, start getting down.
It was a massive undertaking by, you know, some very talented search and rescue volunteers.
Right here still. I haven't left you.
Visibility's reducing. You know, you're under pressure. You're working with multiple guys, multiple wreckers.
Yeah.
Well, I get the shivers even talking about it. I really do.
I've just never seen it. Never seen that. That is amazing.
And to see all those people come together, you know, and you know the whole town of Hope.
Everybody knew their job, and we're doing it.
You know, what was a real issue with this job was the fact that the cab was so far out and so far down.
Oh, okay.
And in the end of the day, you know, with the help of your truck and our trucks.
Driver's side, just pull it tight.
We were being utilized as, you know, stabilization.
Yeah, stabilized.
And the thought pattern was that, hey, we can get the Paystar there with the 50-ton boom.
Maybe upright it.
And get that cab over, that's right.
Yeah.
I think our next plan will be is to pull the tranny and go in through the floor.
I have never seen anybody pull a transmission. I mean, that's really thinking outside the box.
Hold it there, hold it there.
When you look at that, it's just
amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
The transmission is out. We have access to the floor. What feels loose, you guys? There it is.
Thanks. Oh my God.
Pull up, please.
I think the whole scene with everybody there that worked so hard, wow, 10 hours.
And they got him.
We got him out. Imagine all the people they've helped and saved all over the years. It's actually a bit emotional to think about, you know, search and rescue and the people that have devoted their time to do this job. I think people went home that day, whether you're search and rescue, police, fire, ambulance. Good job. Or us guys. And everybody went home with a sense of accomplishment.
That's right.
We did it for this guy. We made it.
Jerry's jonesing to get it on now. Your freezing levels are expected to drop with sea level here.
Highways wants us to make it happen.
The storm is coming.
Yes.
You want to get that up and out of the way, and I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to do what you do to get it off the road and get it to a pull-off,
Keep the closure to a minimum.
Yeah.
You know very well you could leave mission on a sunny day and get up into the mountains, and then you're in a whiteout condition snowstorm.
Oh, man, it could come down a foot an hour up there.
What our mindset is to bring the whole unit up and use the cement barricades as kind of a pivot
point
to bring it over. The trailer is torn to bits.
Destroyed, yeah.
It's shredded. So as we're pulling that thing out, it starts to break apart.
And break apart.
Yeah.
We only can do a 20-minute closure?
Yeah, we should have it.
So 20 minutes, so starting now. Let's not waste much time here. You can start doing a little bit of pulling on your bottom end.
But it was a tough...
It's a tough job.
That was a tough job.
It's scary. I hate that. Blue line, blue line. Hold it. Everybody hold.
Like a 2 or 3 day job. I've done those jobs. And
That was a 3-day job.
Yeah, and you are worn out. Totally worn out.
So everybody resets, stops. Traffic, traffic, traffic. Let's start winching this thing. Let's break it. 6 minutes into the 20. Is that a bad deal? It should be on the bottom end, right?
I wanted them to do a low line, you know, grab on the low ends and bring it up.
What you're gonna do is you're gonna flip this over on here, reposition that. You need to be low.
They were trying to pull the trailers into the no post and up instead of pulling it up and over the no post.
Up and over, yes.
So that's where things were going sour there.
Oh, okay.
We want to get it up on its side, up to the guardrail, and then once it gets to the barriers, then go to the high line.
Him hooking up to the top end when he should have been hooked up to the bottom end, you know, I had to just say to him, look, just do this different and go in there and just bark a few orders.
Yes.
And everybody does what they're supposed to do, and then we carried it on.
Good? Okay, we're good. Let's not waste much time here. You can start doing a little bit of pulling on your bottom end.
Here, let me in.
And you know what wasn't nice? It wasn't a finesse job. It was, you know, more rip and tear.
And we've all had those jobs.
It was a down and dirty, just get this thing off the road. Hook the trucks up to it, drag it off the road.
Anybody here if the guy survived in the end, or? He didn't make it.
When the news came that the driver had passed away, I think the whole town of Hope
Felt
and
bad.
all the people were like, oh, we tried so hard. Everybody tried, you know.
It's a big letdown for everybody, and it's sad. It's very sad for his family.
You see so much of that over the years, but it never ever leaves you. It always stays with you.
Oh, the memory. And every mile of the highway is a memory.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
You remember,
I remember that bridge. I remember this one. I remember that corner.
Oh, I can remember his voice and remember he was just strong. He was a strong man.
Rest in peace, driver.
I think that in towing operators, you know, you think about other emergency services like, you know, fire, police, they're working shifts.
That's right.
And I think
we're working around the clock.
I think we actually are exposed to more things and more events. It takes something from you. It takes your soft side. You don't react like a normal person would.
You don't react at the time, I find, but afterwards you think about it.
The search and rescue people that are there, or the people that are working on these jobs, all the people that go there, they all leave with that memory and that.
Oh, they do, yes.
And they carry that with them.
With them, and it's with them the rest of their life. It really is.
It is a trying business, though. You know, it never stops. Your phone's ringing all the time, is up and down, so...
You don't own it, it owns you.
Yeah, it owns you.
It's a huge, huge responsibility that we undertake to be in this industry. I mean, you're sleep deprived, everything's working against you, you're fighting this battle all the time. I think only the toughest people can survive in this business.
You know, you've got to have a keen heart to have the willingness to help. You know, I grew up watching my dad pull over and help somebody on the side of the road.
Hey, buddy. This is the kind of call that makes a tow truck driver feel good.
Thank you.
At the family end of it, sure, there's a terrific cost because we're away from home. I take off in the tow truck, I come home, they're bigger. But at the same time, my wife knows, my family knows, we're there helping motorists.
Okay, so what's the problem? Got kids in the car, and I can't leave them.
We're gonna get you guys going.
It's about taking care of people and being there when people need you. It's a part of the service.
We're just guys doing our job. We're guys that enjoy our industry,
Thanks, nice working with you.
enjoy what we do. There's guys that run these wreckers in military conditions every day, and those are the guys that are heroes in my books. At the end of it, we're looking after each other. I don't have any brothers, but Jamie, he can be my brother.
Oh. Thanks, Al. Been a lot of fun chatting.
Yeah, it's been enjoyable.
Talking about old times. We don't get to do that very much.
Old times, new times coming. Towing never stops.
Let's get back to the mountains.
Let's go tow.